So this is the coach.microsoft.com website. You'll see it's available for schools, which is a really exciting button. We go on through here, you can see there's a bunch of things to learn. If you wanted to join the educator community, that's that button there. That gives you permission to bug me all the time in our educator community to help make this better for students and educators. So please, by all means, get involved. It's super fun to have all kinds of community calls and goof around and come up with new ideas to make this even better. But for now, I'm going to hit the start reading button, and hopefully it's just going to remember and log me in. So I've been in this app before. Can we see the app okay? Can we see Sunny on the top left? Everyone loves Sunny. There are a couple of things I can do here. I can jump into my last story. I can get another reading report. I'll tell you a little bit about what that is in a second. Maybe you saw it in the video. I can see my history of all of the different stories that I've already read. I can also paste a passage for myself. So more languages coming soon, very, very soon. We were just doing a bug bash the other day. Paste a passage in one of many, many tens and tens of languages to do or to use in Reading Coach. Or I can read a passage from the library. So we've partnered with ReadWorks to get a bunch of incredible leveled passages for folks to read as well. Some of them are fiction, some of them are nonfiction. Those are super fun. But of course, everybody loves the most the create a story using AI button. So I'm going to hit this one here. And I'm going to get folks to message the chat. Which of these seven animals do we want to read about today? Let's go with the owl. We love an owl. Any of the top two rows are our options here. Where do we want the owl to be?
Castle, city, house, island, stadium, space, pool, mountain. All right, I'm seeing mountain was the first one.
Mountain. Let's do mountain. Reading level. You'll notice, as an example, the 8th level is pretty high. We've got emanating and adjacent, inquisitive. These are some bigger words, which is really great. I'm going to probably pop around level 3. I think that's a pretty fun level to do. I can also hear what this level sounds like. Apparently when I share a window, you won't be able to hear things, so I won't demonstrate that. And I can learn a little bit about what these reading levels tend to mean. So that's really helpful. I'm going to choose level 3. It's going to choose Owl Mountain 3, and it's happened so quickly now. And here's our story. What is fun about this is that if your learner really likes owls and mountains, they will never get the same story twice because we are using generative AI. We are going through many, many layers of Microsoft, like safety and privacy and all kinds of really important layers of data safety. I'm not going to start reading yet because I want to show you Immersive Reader. So I'm in Microsoft Edge right now, which means I have access to Immersive Reader basically everywhere. Immersive Reader is what this looks like, and with Microsoft Edge, you can turn basically any web page into this same canvas. It hides ads, it does all sorts of other great things. Maybe I like Calibri better, and maybe I want it a little bigger. So this is that accessible reading surface I was talking about earlier. Dark theme absolutely saved me when I had my concussions, but maybe we're gonna just do that. Grammar options. I can separate words by syllable. I can highlight parts of speech. I can do all sorts of other things to learn a little bit more about this content I'm going through. And I can also add a line focus, which is extra helpful for our dyslexic learners or other folks who struggle with visual crowding, including myself after all my concussions. And a picture dictionary, so when I click many common nouns, I can see a picture of what those nouns are. But maybe I don't want a line focus right now. This looks pretty good. I'm gonna move the little share screen thing. I'm going to read this, and hopefully it's gonna pick up my microphone, and we'll see what happens. Because it is not only gonna have generated the story, it's gonna listen to me when I read out loud. I'm gonna go quick. The owl felt exited as he soared over the tall mountain. I'm going to make this use of this. He saw trees, rocks, and rippling river below him. Suddenly, he spotted a shiny object near the river. He decided to check it out. He flew down toward it and saw a small shiny rock. It looked like no other rock he had ever seen before. He picked it up with his claws and held it tight. As he started to fly away, a gust of wind blew the rock out of his claws and it fell into the river. The owl had no choice but to follow it. He flew down to the river and tried to find the rock. The current was too strong and the rock was now lost. The owl decided to land on the bank of the river and wait until the water became calmer. He knew he had to get that rock. So we're not in the mountain yet. Look what happens. I can choose what happens in the next chapter. But because of time, I'm going to hit see results and we're going to see what happens. So I did pretty good on pronunciation accuracy. I have 12 minutes of reading left before I can unlock a new character. I have an adorable new picture of an owl on a mountain. And we can see that shiny and exited are here on my words to practice. So I can actually go to the practice words here. So as an example, I can break this word up by syllable. I can hear it. You won't be able to hear it, but it's going to read it out loud for me. And then I can also say the word shiny, and it'll let me know how I did.
So
and
cool.
So what else is fun is when because it's broken up by syllable, if I get one of the syllables wrong, it'll only give me a partial star, and it'll give me a sense of where I got it wrong and where I got it right. So all of that is built into Reading Coach. I can say that I'm done, and I can choose to keep reading the story, or I can find another one. So all of that is built into Reading Coach. We love it very much. Sunny is so cute with all of his little bouncy faces.